This is a fairly simple problem to solve, as long as you understand how do you reverse a string in the best time possible. So, in this particular video, I will be discussing 3 different methods how you can reverse a string, and each of the method is equally optimal and fast as well. All of them will give you a correct answer. So let's find them out. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. First, I will explain you the problem statement and we will catch on sample test cases. Going forward, we will see how you can break this problem such that you only have to reverse a string and that remains the main part. We will look at 3 different methods and then also do a dry run of one of the methods so that you can understand and visualize how all of this is actually working in action. Without further ado, let's get started. First of all, let's try to make sure that we are understanding the problem statement correctly. In this problem, you are given a string S and you have to reverse the order of each of the words while preserving the original spaces and the word order. So what does that actually mean? For example, I have this test case with me. You can see that this string has 4 words, welcome to this world. And each of this word is separated by a space that is defined. So what you need to do is, you need to preserve this exact order and reverse each of the word. So when you perform this operation, your final string should look something like this. What do you see? You see that this word welcome has been reversed, then TO has been reversed, then this has been reversed, and then world has also been reversed. Notice that the punctuation mark has also reversed. This exclamation comes over here. So that is what you need to do. Similarly, in a second test case, what do you see? You just have 2 words, what's up? And notice that words are separated by a space. That is all you need to keep in mind. So you reverse the first word and this is what you get. Notice that the ordering of the punctuations will also change. It means that when you reverse this string, you should not get S, T, A, H, apostrophe and then a W. You want to reverse the entire thing. So that is what the problem statement is. How do you go about approaching it? Let us start with the sample test case. I have this string, welcome to this world. And if you remember, I said in the beginning that this problem just relies on the fact that how quickly you are able to reverse a given string. So although you do not have to reverse the entire string, you have to reverse each of the different words, correct? So the problem just simply breaks down into that you take up this string and then start to traverse it. As soon as you find a space, this gives you one string, correct? So you will have this string with you and then you are gonna pass it in a function. Now this function should return you the reversed string. You will get back that string, place it in your original string and then keep moving ahead. Similarly, you will now get your next string, send it to the function and then get the reversed part. Once again, you will do it for the next word and you will do it for the next word. So this is how you proceed. So if you notice, the major time you will be spending, that is only when you are reversing a string. So if we are able to crack that, okay, this is how I can reverse my string in the most efficient way, that will give you the solution, correct? And that will be the most optimal. So how can you go about reversing strings? I want to discuss 3 particular methods and all of them are equally optimal. So first of all, let us say I have a sample string with me, correct? A brute force solution would be that, okay, you start from the beginning, go all the way up to the end, look at the string and then get it. Once again, start from the beginning, go to the second last and then get it. Instead, what you can do is, instead of traversing from front to back, what you can do is, you can start from the back direction. So now, if you have a string, you start traversing one character at a time from the backwards direction and then construct your string. So over here, you will start to get E, then a L, then a P, M, A and a S. And this string will get reversed, correct? So we were going step by step from the backwards direction, right? Notice that this method takes up order of n time complexity because you are traversing each of the character, and it also takes up order of n space complexity because you need that extra space to store your reverse string, right? And it cannot get better than this. The next method I want to talk about is by using the stack data structure. A stack data structure is very helpful because it follows the policy of last in, first out. So, for example, when I have my sample string over here, and now what I do is I simply take a stack data structure. And then what I'm going to do is I will start to traverse from the left direction character by character and put all of your characters in your stack, right? Once you have iterated over the entire string, all you need to do is just look at your stack and then start popping each character one at a time. So first of all, you will get an E, then a L, then a P, then M, then A, and then S. So what did we just do? We were again able to reverse the string, correct? And once again, what was the time complexity? The time complexity is order of 2 multiplied by n, because you are first traversing the entire string to put it in your stack, and then you are popping each character from the stack to get all of your entire characters. So that is order of 2n. And the space complexity of this solution is also order of n, because you need that extra space to maintain your stack, right? Order of 2n is also equivalent to order of n, because 2 is just a constant. But this is just a comparison how all of these methods are actually working. You can use any method that you like. I want to discuss one more method. This next method I want to discuss is the two-pointer approach, and it is slightly faster because what we do is we manage 2 pointers. The first pointer and then the second pointer from the very end. So now both of these pointers are pointing at the first and last locations, correct? And when this string will be reversed, both the position of these characters will also be reversed in the final output, right? This S will be the first to appear and this T will come at the last. So what I will do is when I have my pointers initialized, I will swap the positions of the first pointer and the last pointer. So what will this do? This will start to change my string. My string will now start to look like S over here and then a T over here, right? All of my characters are still intact, but I'm not writing them now. Next, what you do is you do left plus plus and then you do right minus minus. And once again, just swap the characters at both of these positions. What do I get now? I get an R and I get a W. Similarly, keep moving ahead. Left plus plus and then right minus minus. Swap both of them and now what you get? You get E over here and O over here. This will go on happening and ultimately I will have T and then a N and then a P and a O and an I. At this moment, both the pointers will be pointing at the same character. And that is how you know that, okay, you will stop. So what just happened? Just by traversing half the string, you were able to derive your reverse string, correct? So in a way, this method works in a time complexity of order of n by 2. And that is what makes this method slightly faster. The space complexity of this solution will be order of n because you will need that extra space to actually swap your all the characters and then store your string. So although all of these methods are different, but the overall time complexity remains the same because even order of n by 2 translates to order of n. So you do not get a lot of speed difference, but it is just good to know that, hey, there are ways by which you can reduce the time. Because think about it, it is not always necessary that you have to traverse the entire string. There could be some use cases where you just need to determine how you are reversing the string. And that is where these kind of approaches come in handy. And it gives you more ideas as well. So once you have figured this out, here is my sample string once again, right? So I will take one word at a time and then apply the two-pointer approach on each of the word. So I will keep on continuing this for each of the word and then ultimately I will have my resultant answer, right? So I want to discuss this approach and just do a dry run of the code so that you can visualize how all of this actually works in action. On the left side of your screen, you will have the complete code to implement this solution. And on the right, I have this sample test case that is passed in as an input parameter to the function. Now, before writing any code, we must first learn how would you implement a function that takes in a word, has a left pointer and a right pointer, and then it would reverse it. And then we can plug it in all the required places. So over here, I have my method. This is a method which will take in a character array that is representing my string. It has a left pointer and a right pointer, and then it will reverse all the positions. So what does it do? It runs a while loop until the left pointer is behind the right pointer. And for each of the iteration, it will swap whatever is present in the left character and the right character and then just swap it. And then it does a left plus plus and a right minus minus. So this will give me a reverse string. Now, how do I actually use this method in my actual code? So first of all, where does this character array come from? That is the first thing that we do. What we do is we take our given string and convert the entire string to a character array. So what it basically does is, this is your string. It will now start to look something like this. This has now become a character array where each of the position is occupying one character, right? Now begins the fun part. I initialize two pointers, that is left and right. Currently, both of them are pointing at the first character, that is W. The next part is to actually determine when are you getting a word. So over here, I'm running a while loop that will keep on incrementing the right pointer until I find a space. So what does this loop do? This loop will check if the element at the right pointer is a space. If not, it will keep on incrementing this right pointer one step ahead. Correct? As soon as you reach this location, this is what we are doing, right? Right plus plus. As soon as I reach this location, as soon as I encounter that, okay, my right character is at a space, what do? I will call my reverse function. And in this reverse function, I will send in my character array, and then I will send in the left pointer, and I will send in the right pointer. So this character array gets sent in to my helper function that I just created. And it has both of these pointers, the left pointer and the right pointer. And this does its magic. All of the characters get reversed and they are placed back in your original array. So basically, your array starts to look something like this. Notice that this word has been reversed. And we are done with the first word now. So what do we do next? We do left equals to right plus 1. So this will increment my left pointer right over here. And then once again, this loop will continue to run. We will now increment this right pointer again ahead until we find a space. You found a space again over here, so it will go into the reverse function and then it will have the reversed word over here. So this will continue happening until your entire string is reversed. And now, once you have reversed each of the word, you will simply return this new string from this array. This function will convert the array back to your string and it will be reversed. I hope I was able to simplify the problem and its solution for you. As per my final thoughts, I want to say that I would expect this kind of problem in a coding interview which is for an entry-level position. Because at those positions, your interviewer is just trying to assess what is your thought process like. How many different methods can you come up with? So do not just rely on a single method. Your interviewer can always say that, hey, you cannot use this function. So what will you do? In such a scenario, thinking abstract and thinking out of the box for different methods is very, very helpful. So while going through the video, did you face any problems? Or do you have any other methods in mind by which you can efficiently reverse a string? Tell me everything in the comment section below and I would love to discuss all of it with you. Also, it will become a very good collection of all the different methods when you come back in the future and revise this problem. As a reminder, if you found this video helpful, please do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This motivates me to make more and more such videos where I simplify programming for you. Also, a huge shout out to all the members who support my channel. You guys really keep me going. And as a member, you do get priority reply to your comments as well. Stay tuned for my next video. Until then, see ya.